Welcome po sa Opinion TVPH channel. Mga kababayan, sabay-sabay po natin panoorin ang balitang ito at sama-sama tayong mag-react sa comment section. Please support my channel. Like, share, and subscribe.
Back here in the newsroom, joining us now for discussion of the latest developments in the flood control corruption saga, Senate President Vicente Sotto III. Mr. Senate President, good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us today. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Karina. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you.
All right, so lots of items on the list today. First off, will he or will he not be back as Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman? Of course, we're talking about Senator Panfilo Lacson. What's the latest there, Senate President?
Well, the plan is to convene the Blue Ribbon Committee meeting, not a hearing, meeting of the members as soon as Senator Erwin Tulfo, the acting chairman, arrives, and that will approximately be on the 26th or the 27th. I mean, the meeting itself, no? A Monday, whatever Monday it is, Monday after this. And then during that time, we will be discussing the possibility of asking again Senator Lacson to retake the chair. Officially, the letter that he sent me was sent to me personally, you know, but again, most of the members of the majority would like him to retain the chairmanship.
But Senator, I'm assuming that that's not the only time that you'll be speaking with Senator Panfilo Lacson. What have the conversations been this past few weeks with regard to possibly retaking the chairmanship? Go ahead.
Well, it's still a very good possibility because he has a number of concerns. He has a number of concerns as far as the investigation is how the investigation is going with the ICI, and we have not submitted an initial report of the Blue Ribbon to the DOJ or the Ombudsman. Or to the ICI, we have submitted some documents, but that's about it. So there's a possibility that he's quite concerned about what should be submitted and how complete the submission must be.
So is he concerned enough to actually make a decision to come back as Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chair, Senate President?
Well, I hope and pray that yes, he might. There's a very big possibility. The last time we talked, because the last time we talked, he did not say no. He didn't say a hard no. He said, "Let's talk about it." That was the last word.
And when was this that you last talked?
About 3 days ago.
And so if he didn't say no, you're assuming that it might be a possible yes? Is that it?
Yes, and we will know by the time that we meet next week.
But it's not just him, you know, Mr. Senate President. Did you have to talk to the minority as well? Because to recall, that was one of the reasons why Senator Lacson stepped down as Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chair, the criticism being hurled at him, that or the talk that, you know, there was another coup in the offing and him stepping down meant saving your Senate presidency, Senate President.
Well, that was the analysis of some Senate experts, I should say. But as far as we're concerned, Senator Lacson, I think, explained well his position, and that is he's being led by the evidence. He is not targeting any senator or senators or congressmen or anybody or any members of the executive department. He was being led by the evidence. I think his explanation after that has given the members of both majority and minority a better perspective of how the Blue Ribbon Committee was being run.
So two things, Mr. Senate President. What did the minority say? Have you talked to the minority? Because as you said, both Senate minority and majority have their own opinion about how things are being run. Now that there is a possibility for him to return to the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee as chair, what did the minority have to say about that?
Well, We haven't. I have not discussed it with any member of the minority since the break. It was only the minority leaders, Senator Cayetano and Alan Cayetano and I, who have been talking, and we have not discussed the issues on the Blue Ribbon. We discussed other Senate issues for that matter. So no, I have not consulted the members of the minority at this point.
Will it matter? Their say?
No. It's the numbers. It's the majority who decides who's chairman of whatever committee.
Mr. Senate President?
Well, it would be it would be a big help if they, of course, support. No, but the thing is that if the members of the majority so decide, then the more than 13 votes is enough to put a chairman to any committee that we would like.
And you're confident that you have more than 13 votes. And also, to add to that, are you confident that the threat to your Senate presidency is over, Mr. Senate President?
Oh yes, I think so. I think we're okay. We're doing fine. I think we're stable.
All right. Let's talk about the budget. Unprogrammed appropriations. Let's talk about that. The House version of the budget, as some are saying, it's still laden with pork due to the appearance of questionable appropriations. This, despite the corruption scandal that's currently gripping the nation. What about the Senate version, Mr. Senate President? Will we see unprogrammed appropriations?
We will definitely make sure that the 2026 budget, after it comes out from the Senate, will be very much kind of to the very close to the net, and if possible, we will be able to make sure that all the deliberations, all the amendments, whether committee amendments or individual amendments or institutional amendments, we will make sure that everything is known by the public. And I understand that just a few minutes ago, the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations of the House has mentioned something to the same effect that what we are looking at, like an open BICAM and all amendments incorporated into the second reading. Therefore, there will not be any insertions after second reading. We will make sure that all the amendments proposed, whether individual or institutional, the proponents will be well accounted for, unlike what happened in the past.
All right. But here's the thing, Mr. Senate President, I think we talked about this as well regarding the 2025 budget. What if the problem is within the NEP itself? You just said it yourself. You will make sure that the 2026 budget will be as close to the NEP as possible. But what if the original sin is within the NEP itself, the unprogrammed appropriations baked into the NEP? Go ahead, Mr. Senate President.
Then we will remove it. When I say it is close to the net, it would be close to the proposed budget of the president. And if there are any insertions as far as early as the net, we will make sure and we will find out. Therefore, we will remove it. As a matter of fact, we're planning to at this point, limit the budget of the Department of Public Works and Highways to less than 15 or 20% of its original price, because of what we have uncovered during the hearings, that they usually overprice their projects. Just to make way for the proponents. That's where the graft and corruption come in. That's where the kickback comes in. So that's perhaps one of the proposals that we would like to make sure. So in the 2025 budget, I think you mentioned something to that effect, as far as the NEP is concerned. The worst that came in was after the GAB. After the General Appropriations Bill, it was during the BICAM that there were about 300 billion inserted into the budget of the DPWH, and I cannot account for what was inserted in the Department of Agriculture, the SWD, and the Department of Health. Natanggalan pa nga yung DepEd. So this time, we will not allow it to happen. It will not happen during our watch.
I also wanted to ask you, there have been questions raised about the signature of former Senate President Chis Escudero that appears in the BICAM report. Can you clarify that for us, given that you're also an expert on the rules of the Senate? Should a Senate President's signature be contained in the BICAM report?
We have not practiced that. It is not a practice. Usually, the BICAM report will contain the chairman of the Committee on Finance, the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations of the House, and then members of the Bicameral Conference Committee of both houses. The signature of the Senate President comes in after it is reported out and after it is ratified, not before.
All right. And as things are, I'm sure you're well aware of what is happening. What does that tell you that the former Senate President's signature is affixed in those documents? Does that hold any water? Does that mean anything?
It simply means that it simply means what he was hands-on during the BICAM. He was there during the BICAM and he attended the BICAM. And perhaps that gives rise to what Senator Grace Poe was saying, that she did not attend the BICAM. That's the only explanation.
And as we know, you and the former Senate President, you share the same party. Is there any some sort of sentiment that goes his way? You've worked together in the past as well. What do you think of what is happening to your predecessor?
Well, there is nothing that says that he cannot attend the BICAM. That is one thing for sure. The only question that arose was that why the chairman of the Committee on Finance was not there, especially during the small BICAM. I think in the opening of the BICAM, the chairman of the Finance was there. So, in other words, the Senate President is not prevented from attending, but the practice, the common practice, and as far as I'm concerned, I don't know about Senator Zubiri in 2024, but as far as I'm concerned, for 4.5 years, and the other Senate Presidents that I have served, all 9 of them, we do not meddle into the BICAM. We do not attend the BICAM except the opening of the BICAM.
Do you think that, and what does that tell you? What does that tell you, Senator Sotto?
Well, as I said, that means they were simply, or he was simply hands-on into the BICAM proceedings. I do not want to place any other issue other than that, because the best persons to answer that question would be Saldico and Senator President, former Senate President Chis Escudero.
How would you describe the 2026 budget, Senate President Sotto, as it is shaping up? What do you think this will address?
Hopefully, this will address the issue of corruption. We will try our best to make this budget the cleanest ever. Because during our time, during the previous years, when I was Senate President, we made sure that it was. As a matter of fact, if we find out if there was any insertion, we automatically remove it, and I even told the President about it, and we made sure that it was either vetoed or removed. We have done it before, and we can do it again. We will make sure that the 2026 budget will redound to the betterment of the people and the country, and hopefully will help the economy.
Well, if it's going to be, the cleanest ever, as you said, there is also this call for a moral reset, and really for leaders in, various institutions to heed the call of the people, which is to end corruption right now. The Ombudsman Remulla, also lifting that Martires era circular on the release of Sal N. As Senate President, should we expect your Sal N to be released so soon, and if so, when?
Oh yes, today. As a matter of fact, before your call, I had a meeting with the Senate Secretary and the Senate Secretariat, and we agreed on 2 or 3 ways of allowing our SALENs to be released. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as 2 or 3 other members of the Senate who have already released their SALEN, I'm allowing them to release my SALEN today. Complete. Only reducting the addresses. You know, that's the only thing that the senators are very much concerned with, that the addresses of their house or whatever is in their SALEN. But all the other information will be complete, as far as I'm concerned. Most of the other senators will agree, I'm sure. And that is the circular, memorandum circular that I'm releasing in a few minutes as soon as I put down the phone. We just finished with the meeting. So the SALENs of the senators will be available. The only thing that the Senate Secretariat is asking for is a letter asking for the copy, so that we know who's asking for it, and not just any Tom, Dick, and Harry calling from somewhere, and using it for whatever other reasons other than legal. So with that, as long as you write the Senate and ask for a copy, and where you will use it for, we will give it. We'll gladly give it. Mine will be released today. Members of the media will have a copy within the day.
Wala naman hong pumalag.
They so ask for.
Yeah, wala naman hong pumalag dun sa sinabi ninyo na, or sinabi niyo ho ba sa kanila, sa mga kasamahan niyo sa Senado, that they should follow your lead and release their SALENs as well?
Yes, wala pa so far. In our chat group, there is a 20th Congress chat group. In other words, all 24 senators are all in that. When I gave out that proposal yesterday, I think yesterday or the other day. No, yesterday. None of the members said they disagree. Most sent an agreement. No, the others were silent. A few were silent, but if they did not want it, I'm sure they would say no. But the others agreed. As a matter of fact, the others have already starting to release their own, their salaries on their own.
Correct. Just a few final items before we let you go. Can you give us an update on the resource person still being detained there at the Senate?
Well, yes. Mr. Diskaya, the lawyers of Mr. Diskaya filed a writ of habeas corpus in Pasay City RTC, and after 2 hearings, we're very glad that the Pasay RTC did not allow it, and they dismissed the writ, and therefore Mr. Diskaya will be retained here in the Senate and still under contempt. All the other 3 are still here, and they will have to remain here. They have written me letters for them to be released. But as I said, first of all, the committee has not made any decision to that effect. The contempt stays, and it helps the ICI, it helps the DOJ, and it will help the Ombudsman, because they will be easily accessible when they are needed for any investigations or hearing. They're easily accessible because I can always send them to the proper authority who would seek investigation. Unlike if they are left, or if we release them, and we might not be able to find them anymore afterwards. You know, it's very difficult. Baka kami masisi.
All right. And we are going to end this conversation the way we began this newscast, the pressure mounting on the president to address corruption in infrastructure projects. You've got some 34 business groups, Mr. Senate President, saying that the president has to do something right now because it is affecting business sentiment. They're also saying that there must be stronger oversight systems to prevent further abuse. They're also seeking institutional reforms and the return of stolen funds. What do you say about to the sentiment being known from these business groups?
Well, we agree. We agree. As a matter of fact, I wish they said that last September or August after the Senate, after the president called for this, and started the investigation. I'm glad that they are supporting it because that's what we're looking for now. That's what we're after. And hopefully the Department of Justice and the Ombudsman would file the necessary cases as soon as possible because it's getting clearer. The people who should be answerable are already known. And there will be others who will be unearthed during the course of the investigation. So hopefully the necessary charges are filed immediately. And then as far as the Senate is concerned, the business groups, we will assure them that we will help in curbing the corruption, especially in the budget of the government and the oversight functions. We will do our best, not try. We will do our best to monitor the oversight, the different departments that we are concerned with and that the people are concerned with.
All right. Senate President Vicente Sotto III, thanks so much for taking our call. Really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, Galmina. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. God bless.